this point about touring with their own band is an important issue for all the young artists, Jamaican artists who want to come back on tour with own band like Rototom with the Ethnic Nation, you better artists, yeah. What do you think is, you think you deliver a better show in that way or better feelings?
Definitely. It's a better show because, you know, when I formed the band, the Belly Rockers, I wanted to wait 1 year to just rehearsing before we touch the road. But, you know, due to the demand and the fact that music is a thing that you have to stay current, we end up having to come on the road earlier than that 1 year. So this band has been formed from last November. So it's not even 1 year yet. You know what I mean? And we get to play music together, work on the finer details in a sense. You know what I mean? So you can really put together a package of music. Not just a few songs and an HI. One drop mix where, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of vibe. It's a different thing. You can work with different ideas and, you know what I mean, make it set interesting. And that's what you get when you work with your own band.
Do you work with that band also in studio for your production?
Yes. Recently I just started to do that. You know, before it used to be just me alone in the studio. You know what I mean? I would sample music and I used to try a little thing on the keyboard and when now I can call Shane and say, oh Shane, play some keys for me. Play a bubble for me and play a bar or Grizzle, I need a bass line for me. And then man is some genius. You know what I mean? So I don't even need to tell them to do anything and just do it. It's a great feeling.
Nice, I already had my interview with him. So once I give you the opportunity to do some questions. Anyone?
Yes, no question. Alright, go down.
Yeah, okay. Mati.
String up the microphone.
Yes, Kabaka, I want to ask you something about your past, present, and future. So, what were your influences first?
What will what?
Influences.
Okay.
Reggae, your present, and your future plans.
So influences for reggae music. Now to start with his Imperial Majesty, first of all. You know what I mean? It's like his life, his actions, you know, his principles is what spawned this culture of conscious reggae music. Which is what, you know, I really deal with. I mean, introducing
we got the
Shane
rockers in the building.
and Grizzle, keys and bass, power, yes. This is my family, you know what I mean? And it's a joy to be there. It's a joy to be there with them once. You know, so musically we're influenced by a lot of things. We're influenced by producers. You know, Fatis Burrell, I made the influence. You know what I mean? Sly and Robbie, of course. You know what I mean? When I talk about Gunna Beats, you know, when I talk about that song, a lot of us trying to recreate now is that song. You know what I mean? That same song you heard with Black Uru and Ainika Mosey and all of them ones from that time that you know. So, you know, we're influenced by that. Me personally, spiritually, musically, Sizzla Kalonji. You know, it begins and ends right there for me, you know what I mean? Mama artist, mama influence, and is why you see me not your head and say Rastafari. You know what I mean? So, them man, they heavily influence the lyricism. You know, my music is lyrical. So Sizzla Kalonji lyricism was on another level. You know what I mean? So we give thanks to them artists. Buju Banton, of course, another lyricist, another prominent voice. I would say free Buju Sensei. You know what I mean? Yeah, what need more influence? I would say present and future. Present in terms of what going in the present, or my influence is present.
How do you feel about this revival movement in this present and the effects in Europe and all around the world?
Well, the thing is, you know, we as artists, you put me in a funny place when you ask me to talk about the reggae revival. Because I feel this term is really something that, you know, is important to the people who listen to reggae music. more than important to the artist. Because what we are doing is just putting our inspiration into music. And the older we do it at a time when we inspire to put out some music where it's linked, you know, you can see the coincidences within the music. You know what I mean? You can see the messages, you can see the content, you can see the lyricism. You know, some might say that we're blessed to be in this time. Just like when Sizzler them with a riser. You know what I mean? Luciano, Garnet, later on, Sizzler, Capleton, Norrisman, Jacure. You know what I mean? It's just a blessed time when them ones rise up together. So when you see we in our chat together, just here I Grants, Protege, my Kasha, my everybody, it's just, we just live in inspiration at the time. You know, the revival is what the people see and notice. And we give thanks to that. We feel honored. You know, say, you know, people feel an energy resurging that they felt maybe, some say they never feel it from the 70s with Bob and Peter and Jacob Miller and Bonnie and everybody. Some say they never feel it since them time. You know, some people say when Highway and Basco makes them with a rise up and then they feel about energy that time too. You know what I mean? So it's just different things, you know. But we just know say unity in the movement is not something where it's planned or arranged. We don't pick a side and say, oh, this is the revival team or a squad and say, oh, I just know say, oh, Protege, I'm a virgin. Simple as that. Them man they see me doing music and say, yo, Kabaka, forward up my place. I want you work on some music with me. I want to help you put out some music. So I go up at the man place and I make some music and a few months later you see the Rebel Music EP. And that's 2011. And you find out say, my voice found some rhythm where Protege give me. And then he said his two youth named Chronics and Teflon build the rhythm where I never know them man. And then we have a birthday party, I get together up at Protege Yard, April 2011, and I meet Chronics and Teflon. And Teflon mother is there too. You know what I mean? And I just feel like them man is my family. You know? It's just like one energy, one. I see them man there and I see myself. I see two men in the studio building some rhythm together. You know what I mean? Just a sheer energy, and some youth say, don't like what going on in the system and don't like the poverty and the starvation and everything there. And then it's not youth in the hype. You know what I mean? And it's not, we just don't feel like say we need to go party out with life and drink Kabaka Hennessy and all them things. I might drink a little red wine and all that energy. You know, nothing wrong with that, right? Right? We give thanks, but it's just so happens that it happened in this time. But who am I to say that, you know, it is because of us? It's because of the Most High. You know what I mean? It's just the inspiration. Energy flows. That's an energy. It's not something tangible. It's just an energy, and you see the manifestations everywhere you go. Everybody in this room have a part to play in this movement. That's why I sing it in the song in the revival. Everybody has a part to play. It's not just about the shows. It's about what we're going to do when we hear Kabaka Pyramid lyrics. Are we going to go and plant up some food in our backyard and try to make sure that our food is organic and healthy for our structure? Are we going to go and volunteer at a youth group and help some youths? Are we going to build a library for some youths in a cassava piece? Are we going to do those things? You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. It's about what do you do after you watch a performance? What do you do after you listen to this music? When you listen to Bob Marley music, and it's ever break free from the chains, what are you going to do? Do you just do it to feel our vibes? And just feel happy and high? You know? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with even ganja. Are we doing it just to get high? Or are we doing it because herb is the healing of the nation? Because we can heal people with this thing. And we can make clothes, and we can make shoes, and we can make all of everything. You know what I mean? This is why we do it. You know? So, I don't really know what else to say. I'm kind of long-winded, you know. So if you have a time restraint, you have to be the moderator.
I was just inspired by your words, so I was listening like the audience. So do you have any other question? Oh, many. Yo, take your occasion. Take the mic.
Greetings.
Yes, hello.
Thank you so much for a quick show. We are RPK Sound System from Iceland.
Iceland. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much. But I'm from Kenya, researching things. Where does your name come from? Kabaka Pyramid.
Well, when I found the name, the website that showed me the name told me it came from Uganda.
Uganda, neighborhood.
Yes.
Kenya.
Kenya, Uganda, one family, East Africa. You know, but the name is in Kenya, the name is in Nigeria, it's in Uganda, it's all about. You know what I mean? So we give thanks, but originally it's for the king of the Buganda Empire. You know what I mean? So we see royalty as a thing where, you know, royalty is really a principle in our earth. It's not just for human beings. We see it in the animal kingdom with the lion. You know what I mean? Royalty is any being that represents an idea of perfection. You know what I mean? So we want to embody that in the music to some degree. We're not saying we're perfect, but we want to aspire towards that. I aspire towards that standard, you know what I mean? So that's the significance of the king Kabaka.
Very grateful for that, and it means so much to me. I'd like to shake your hands up.
Yeah, man, you can shake now, man. I want to talk about my religion. Bless you, Lord. Big up everybody in Iceland and Kenya, right?
Iceland and Kenya.
Yes, that's the point. Yeah, man. Thanks. Okay. That's the point. Yeah, man. Big thanks.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about two things. One is your hip-hop Bulgarian connections, especially in the beginning of your career. And I want to know that if you got plans to increase this kind of blend of music.
In terms of hip-hop?
Yeah, about hip-hop. And the second question is about the connections between in Jamaica, between very rebel artists with the traditional garbage parties. Because garbage artists, you understand? From Michael Scotty, because a lot of people, even you tonight on the stage, name Michael Scotty and and all that. And I want to know that if there is a connection between the artists and regular movement and the traditional political parties influenced by Michael Scotty and the cartels, and all that.
Alright. Well, as far as hip-hop music, you know what I mean, that's a heavy influence on me and my life as a musician. You know what I mean, I was drawn into the lyrical aspect of hip-hop music. You know what I mean, and as a lyricist, I see it fundamental to express itself. You know, so hip-hop open up different avenues and ways to express. You know? So, you know, I have always listened to, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, Cannabis, all of them, and you know, most depth, Talib Kweli, Common is one of my favorite artists. You know, more the conscious side of hip-hop. Because it's funny, because hip-hop and reggae music is linked, you know, it's like brother and sister. So at the same time, you have Bob and Peter and certain rebellious music. You know what I mean? You know, the 70s, 80s. At the same time, you have Rocky. And then man, you have Big Daddy Kane, bringing conscious messages to hip-hop music, to hip-hop people in America. And yeah, this one, everybody, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really a thing. And you can consider my music as just nowadays bridging that gap. And that gap has always been bridged. There's always Jamaican and reggae influence in hip hop. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Some people say that reggae music got too much hip hop right now with dance and music and things, but it's just the cultures are inseparable. You can't really separate them. You know what I mean? And it's just an energy. You know, as far as Marcus Garvey, you know, I want to say what the reason more about Marcus Garvey, the Reggae University tomorrow. You know, in terms of the movement, the revival movement and the political affiliation, I don't really know of any official. Because as I said, the Reggae revival is not an official thing, it's an energy. You know what I mean? So if I attend UNIA meetings, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Reggae revival is affiliated with the UNIA. It just means that I go to UNIA meetings. And, you know, we all accept and love Marcus Garvey and the work that he did. And see Marcus Garvey as a key element in the foundation for the resurgence of black people and black culture. You know what I mean? So, we would be fools to not recognize Marcus Garvey in any setting or situation. So in that sense, we are always affiliated with Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? I can safely speak for everybody and say that. You know what I mean? But right now, in Jamaica, we see where politics and government let go down every time. Because people motivated by self-interest always have a let go down. So we kind of have a resistance to any kind of politics and political agendas. Because we lost the trust aspect. You know what I mean? But whenever we see people dealing with self-sufficiency, with spirituality, consciousness, awakening, and want to create some kind of a system out of that, I am willing to give it a try. You know what I mean? Where everybody benefits as opposed to an individual benefit. You know what I mean? So we wait and see if time will reveal everything. You know what I mean?
Maybe